Alright, this is gonna be part 6 of Wild Arms 2. Just getting all my stuff configured really quick here. Here we go. Alright, I guess we are on our way to this train station to guard some diplomat's kid, which is silly, but I guess that's what's happening. This is a subway from Guild-Galad to Slayheim. Okay. Wow, they don't even name this motherfucker? Anyways, the son of the Guild-Galad master says, "Thanks for coming all this way. My name is too many names. I am pleased to make your acquaintance." Bunny says, "How do you do? The pleasure's all ours." Noel says, "I was expecting a much more fearsome-looking group, but I'm relieved that you seem quite normal. Being guarded by stern types can get quite tiring." The conductor says, "Noel is in your hands. Please take good care of him. You'll be heading straight to Guild-Galad with no stops. After all, we can't be too careful. Please don't let those villains of Odessa harm him." Lilka says, "This kid doesn't need any bodyguards." Tim says, "You're right." The conductor says, "It's almost time for the train to depart. Please start boarding now." Noel says, "Then let's be off, everyone." Tim says, "Wow." Lilka says, "This is cool." I guess they like trains. But I like toidles. Noel says, "Is something the matter?" Bunny says, "No, I was just thinking." "Oh, a freight train." Noel says, "Yes. This is a freight train. Is that a problem?" Bunny says, "No, it's just that since you're the prince, I was expecting something ornate and glittery." Noel says, "Our products are built for quality, not to be pretentious. We emphasize functionality above all else. What need does the son of Guild-Galad Master have for a pompously decorated train? And besides, I love the train. I'd rather ride this than any other." The conductor says, "Noel, you can talk on the train. Your father will reprimand me if we don't leave on time." Noel says, "We'll get on right now. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's hurry. The conductor is impatient." Okie dokie. Getting on a train. Getting on a fucking train. Eventually. There we go. Bunny says, "They're awfully pretentious." Noel says, "Really, my father is a problem. He said it's for my protection, but this draws a lot of attention. I feel like I'll be in more danger." Bunny says, "We'll be fine. Or just a case, for when the time comes, it's military power." Brad, at a time like this, what would you think? Lilka says, "Noel is really nice, but his father is quite odd." Bunny says, "Lilka." Lilka says, "Oh, did I speak too bluntly?" Noel says, "Never mind, it's fine. Father's personality is what it is, but everything he does is for our nation. He too wishes to return to a kinder and more gentle world." Bunny says, "I've thought of this before. Why, when we all desire the same results, do people choose such different paths? I have no answer." Bunny God. Anyway, Tim says, "This tunnel is long." Noel says, "Yes. Originally this was a cargo route to export goods manufactured in Guild-Galad. The scenery before and after the tunnel are dramatically different. This is odd." Bunny says, "What is it, Noel?" Noelle says we should be out of the tunnel by now. Let's confirm this with the conductor. Oh my. The conductor says, "Young master." Noelle says, "Why are you so excited? Calm down." The conductor says we can't get out of the tunnel. We're caught in a strange space. We can't even find our position. Lilka says, "It's here." Tim says, "Looks that way." Bunny says, "Time for us to do our part." Noelle, "Wait here." Noelle says, "Yes. I want to see the famous arms in action with my own eyes." Oh no. What has happened? Well, this doesn't seem like a subway tunnel. What is this thing? What the flock is happening here? Oh my god. I have no idea what the fuck to do. Oh my. Guess it's time to fight. Did that jackass just poison me? Fucking rude. Yeah, committed suicide, I guess. What the flock is this mess? Interesting. I probably need that block and gotta put it on the color thing. I think I just ruined the game. Oh, fuck you. Wow, these enemies are super annoying. It's kind of amusing that they're human as well. Alright, let's see if this will reset that block. Because I need it. There we go. Alrighty. What is this mess? Interesting. What is this? A void in the space says, "How can you not question a world full of deception? Worried, confused, you all who don't look back don't deserve a future." Okay. Right, blow you up. Die. Well, that didn't do anything. Shocker! Alrighty. Oh, well that's beautiful. What do I do here? Is this just a big annoying maze? disaster. What am I supposed to do here? This is bizarre. The game is instructing me to go that way, but I can't go that way. Weird. Oh, well this is new. Maybe I gotta use this guy. Can do it. Push that thing. Air ballet. Oh, things can be moved from a distance. Okay. Fancy. Alrighty. The void in space says the quasi-space emulator zone was lured by Randolph, the magic key. Hope you meet death in the dimension interval and rot. Wow. Bunny says, are you Odessa's cactus? The void in space says it's the first time we've met. I'm Kaina, one of the terrorists' elite group of people. You arms who oppress Sir Vincefield's ideals. You've got a red light now. We'll have to stay here in the emulator zone with the train. Okay. Bunny says we must arrive on time as scheduled. We want a green light instead. Guess we gotta kill this bitch. Oh no, it's Spicy Jones. He's floating something around him. Oh my god, he's a Keyblade Master. Oh my god, it's Kingdom Hearts. Ah! Disaster. Kaina says, that day of the demon summoning, if not the Sword Cathedral, if you hadn't returned alive with that demon inside you, our goals wouldn't have become obstructed. Anyway, Bunny says, huh? So this was your doing, wasn't it? Kaina says, if so, what are you gonna do about it? Bunny says, oh, you won't get away with this, bitch. Alright, cool. Let's kill this motherfucker. Kill this motherfucker! Bam. That's weird. He should have died in one hit. Let me fix that really quick here. And how did my freaking screen get all moved over? What is going on here? Alright. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. It's so weird. I guess it didn't remember my setup. But that's okay. He about to be dead. Bashing people in the face with a key? How about my umbrella of death? Wow. Kaina says, darn, the mental convergence broke. As long as the generator is running, we can at least maintain the emulator zone. Looks like we gotta hurry. Okay. Hurry, hurry. Time for furries. Doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Bunny says, stop. Lilka says, I wonder what they're scheming this time. Bunny says, I don't know. We must proceed until we destroy this place. Okay. Shazam! Doom, doom. There is a lot of fucking doom in this place. Doom, 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 doom. Doom. Fucking doom forever. Oh, god damn it, I went backwards. I don't like this place. Oh, we can't go that way. Alrighty. What to do next? Alright. They made like a little ASCII map, so maybe that will help me. Alright. What the hell? I don't understand this at all. This game has a lot of really weird, annoying puzzles. Little Cosmo, what are you doing? What you doing? You evil doggy. Do these just all warp me? Or maybe I need to hit all these. No, maybe not. Cosmo, stop that. You're tearing up my chair. I'm gonna beat ya. What is this hellhole? I hate this place. I hate it a lot. What on earth? I am so confused by this. Maybe I just have to, like, randomly warp around until I get out of here. Oof. What a horrible dungeon. Meow, 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 meow. Doom, 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 doom. Let me out. Let me out. I hate this fucking place. Alright. Well, we're back where we started, it looks like. Okay. Is this where we're going? Alright. Tim says, this seems to be the generator creating the zone. What should we do? Should I bash it in? Says Lilka. Bunny says, we won't be able to get out of here until we destroy it. This might be rough, but we gotta try something. Okay. Oh, interesting. I did that on accident, so... I don't know, let's throw a knife at it. Well, that don't work. Huh. Well, we can't walk on that, obviously. I think there's 3 entrances to that thing, so I gotta play around in the warp maze some more. That is awful. Alright, so we don't want to go down, so I assume when I warp I'm looking for entrances to the left and the right. Maybe. This sucks. I hate this level so much. I don't know. Alright, I was already in that one. Oh, okay. Here's a different door. Alright, one more to go, I guess. Alright, so this map makes more sense now. So... okay. Let's try this. Shazam. Tim says, did anything happen? Let's return to the train. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Cannon says, it's said to be good for buying time, but I won't be doing that. Lilka says, Cannon! Bunny says, if Odessa has hired you, you should reconsider. They're a terrorist group that is bringing turmoil and destruction to Filgaia. Cannon says, I'm aware of that. Tim says, if so, then why are you doing it? Cannon says, Bunny, I have my own reasons why I must fight you. Or should I say, why I need to hunt the demon that lurks inside you. You're on a mission to exorcise evil, says Bunny. Cannon says, that's true too, but it's not all there is. Doom, doom, da, doom. Let's kill this spicy hoe. I am a descendant of the sword mages. I am destined to destroy the demon. Bunny says, sword mages? Cannon says, that's right. I have lived until today with the purpose of killing the demon. I threw away my womanhood and body and live as a concealed human weapon. I have no resentment towards you, but I do need to kill you. Fabulos. Oh my god, she's tried to stab me. Oops, I think I killed her. Oh boy. Cannon says the emulator zone's generator has been damaged. Looks like this quasi-space won't last too long. Let's call a temporary truce. If we get sucked into the zone's collapse, we'll spend eternity as people who are dead. The only way to get out is to blast the train through the self-repairing dimension at high speed. Hurry, Bunny. Hurry! Well, this place sucks, so let's definitely leave. Bunny says, why are you helping us? Cannon says, it's rather commonplace, but my reasons are important. I do it because I am the legendary sword that pierces you. Bunny says, Cannon. Cannon says, this is the destiny of a descendant of the sword mages. Bunny says, wait. Destiny? Do I really have to battle you for such a flimsy reason? Why do we, in the present, have to be bound to a destiny from the past? Cannon says, by carrying out my destiny, I've been able to believe in myself. You wouldn't understand the confusion of an uncertain self. Okay, bitch. Aw, man. Now I gotta figure out how to leave this shithole. I fucking hate this place, it sucks my balls. I wanna get out, let me out, motherfucker. Let me the fuck out of here. Alright. Well, I fell down a hole. Let me the fuck out of this fucking shithole. I want to. Let me out of this shithole. I want to be out of here. Yeah. No. No, 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 no. No. Ah, darn it. How do I escape this fucking hellhole? I don't know. Just try down. Okay, maybe not. Run, motherfucker, your life depends on it. That wasn't so bad, I guess. Bunny says, Noelle, hurry and start the train. I guess now's not the time to ask why. Roger, emergency ignition start. Shouldn't the conductor be doing that? Bunny says, more! We gotta go faster than this shit. Conductor says, this is the limit. If we go any faster, the train will explode. Lilka says, move all the passengers to the cars in front. Tim says, the rear cars are cargo. I just checked. Noelle says, what concerns me is Odessa's motives. Bunny says, aren't they targeting you? Can you think of anything else they might want? Noelle says, do they plan to take me hostage for a ransom? Funds are needed to run such organizations, so terrorists are no different. Bunny says, Lilka says, hey, isn't that what they call the dimensional seam? Tim says, it looks like it'll close up any moment. Bunny says, go faster. The conductor says, don't ask the impossible. I'm telling you, it'll explode. Noelle says, detach the rear cars, it'll make us go faster. The conductor says, young master, that's... and trails off. Noelle says, is there a problem? The rear cars are cargo. Human life can't be replaced. Is there something I don't know about? The conductor says, no, nothing, sir. Noelle says, then hurry. Okie dokie. Maybe they're after the cargo. The conductor says, I take no responsibility for what will happen. Release the cargo. Game over. Everybody died. Meow. The conductor says, I'm sure to catch hell for this. Bunny says, sorry about the train. We had to sacrifice it to save you. Noelle says, don't worry about it. My father hired you to guard me, and you did that job splendidly. Bunny says, but you were very fond of that train, weren't you? Noelle says, I was, but your concern is consolation enough. The conductor says, young master, what do we do now? Noelle says, I want you to repair the train. We'll go on ahead and return to Guild Galad at once. If I don't get back soon, Father will be furious. Bunny, let us make haste. Guild Galad is located on reclaimed land northeast of the station. So I have to probably search for it, I would imagine. Search for a town with somebody who knows its location. How counterintuitive. Northeast. Well, that's north. And that's east. Reclaimed land, huh? I don't know what that means. I guess it's over here. This looks like a good place for a town. One fucking try, baby. Oh yeah. Unlike when I was playing yesterday and searched hundreds of times for a place that I could not go to because of a broken, hacked save file. Love it. What are you doing, little poop? What are you doing? Are you being a no-no naughty? I bet you are. You love being a no-no naughty. Look at our town. It's got some shit inside of it. It's a town, you fucking bitch. I think I'm becoming, like, caffeine resistant. Like, I've been having a lot of caffeine lately, and, like, I just don't think there's enough caffeine in the world right now to awaken me. Like, ugh. Why is this guy such a fuck nugget? The Guild Galad Master says, Cretans! Blundering idiots! I did not hire you to escort my son so that you could destroy my property. Noel says, Father, don't be such a fucking cunt. The only reason I made it back home safely was because of them. The Guild Galad Master says, Silence! Damn you, why did you have to uncouple the freight cars? It was to save the lives of all on board, says Noel. The Master says, yes, well, but... Noel says, Karen, I mean, Father, why are you so upset about what happened? I'm safe, am I not? Father, was it the freight cars and not me that Odessa was after? The Guild Galad Master says, how dare you? And then trails off. Noel says, those gold and jewels were but a drop in your ocean of wealth, unless there was something else. Father, did you mean to acquire a superweapon banned under the treaty? How could you? Wow, that's very inferential. Quit messing with my chair, little dog. Okay. The Gilgalad Master says, Noel, you must understand. Here, fuck up Daddy's chair. Other Daddy's chair. See, look, there's your chair. Go break that one. Noel says, this changes everything. I must apologize to you. There is no reason for you to be blamed. This is the fault of Guild Galad. Bunny says, what the fuck is happening here? Noel says, Father was trying to sneak a weapon into the country on that train. I suspect it was a lost technology weapon unearthed in secrecy. But that weapon has fallen into the hands of the terrorists. Bunny says, well, that fucking sucks. What's done is done. We must now focus on repairing the damage. We must thwart whatever evil scheme Odessa is planning with that super weapon. Noel says thank you. Freaking dogs. There. You are now free to cause havoc in a different room. Oh my god. Noel says thank you. As son of Guild Galad Master, I can think of nothing better than to hear you say that. Lilka says, but what about the super weapon? How powerful is it? Noel says, Father, I implore you, tell them. Only they can help us now. The Guild Galad Master says, the super weapon was found on an old battlefield in Slayheim. And I guess we're gonna, you know, see a cutscene or something. Binsfield says yes. Nuclear weapons. Ptolemy says nuke. Binsfield says weapons using nuclear technology. The pride of all lost technology superweapons. I don't know. They're explaining science and it's not that important. Anyway, it kinda says the dynamics are completely different from our magic powers. Nuclear weapons, the unwanted byproduct of industrial sorcery. They don't exist, do they? Judecca says, if they're so powerful, the joy of the kill can't be that great. Antonora says, nukes are powerful, but their value is not their power. Binsfield says that's right. The superweapons that affect the balance of power are valuable only for their deterrent value. The world is now in my hands. Once I have the aerial fortress, Heimdall Gotzo, And the nuclear weapon, Grousevine. Oh my goodness. Of course it would be a German weapon. Noel says, the terrorists want to conquer the world. They would never use a nuke. Tim says, oh yeah, what makes you so sure? Lilka says, yeah, why would they steal a weapon they never intend to use? Noel says, a nuclear weapon can lay waste to a huge area. It destroys all life and renders the land eternally uninhabitable. Why would Odessa wish to rule a barren, lifeless world? They wanted the nuke as a threat. I too sought a nuclear weapon as a deterrent with which to counter their threat. After all, Odessa is sure to use its nuclear weapon at the bargaining table. Noel says, Odessa means to intimidate the other nations. We must stop them. Bunny says, it just occurred to me that the world domination Odessa seeks is a truly formidable task. Lilka says, what on earth are you talking about? Bunny says, on our many missions, we have come across many different people. All had their own ideas and their own way of doing things. I'm only stating the obvious, of course. Even people who shared the same goal used different methods to achieve that goal. In short, no two people think alike. Accordingly, words like conquer and dominate mean different things to different people. Noel says, I see what you're getting at. World domination may sound like a lofty goal, but the day-to-day job of actually ruling the world would be fraught with overwhelming difficulty. Each area has its own customs, industry, laws, and way of thinking. There is simply too much diversity for the world to be ruled by any one group. Bunny says, in this light, world domination is just an unrealistic dream, yet we face an enemy who is trying to achieve that very goal. Lilka says the future is uncertain, but what is certain is that the terrorists are causing suffering right now. We must stop them. We must destroy them. Noel says Gil-galad will provide you with any backup you need. Isn't that right, Daddy Father? Daddy Father says we will begin by upgrading your hovercraft. We'll give it an A-port feature, which is similar to the teleport orb. Now you'll be able to go anywhere in the seas of Filgaia. So please, stop these motherfuckers. I'm a little boy. I'm gonna fucking kill you! Ah! Ah! Alright. That's enough of that bullshit. The fuck is this place? Let me out! Let me out! Why are there railings? Just let me jump down there. Let me be free as a bird. Success. I believe we have exited this fucking shithole. Oh look, our hovercraft's over there. Fancy. Where the fuck do I take it? Apparently there are a bunch of optional dungeons I can do. I don't think that's necessary, however. Alright. Let's see. Where do we go, motherfucker? That music is cute, though. Let's see. Alright, maybe I'll just call the fucking hint hotline for the game. Amy says, I have some helpful info for you. Odessa is after a mine. Both Damson and Holst are well-known mining towns. But that's all we know right now. You'll just have to go on that, okay? Well, that's fucking useless. Useless, I tells ya. How did I get all the items again? That's weird. Hopefully it doesn't fuck my game again. That would suck. I literally have no idea how this shit happened. I'm very confused. Wow. Why won't it reorganize the frickin' stuff? Look at this shit show. Oh my god, what the fuck happened? I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. That's what I get for being a cheater. Yeah, probably. Alright, we're going to this place. We're gonna check the mining towns to see if that's where these douchebags are. I won't say anything against you, so go back home before the terrorist comes, okay? Let's make this a different save file, because I don't want to run into another situation where I'm fucked. Have you heard? There's a rumor that the terrorists are after this town's ore. They're amateurs, though. They're after the mine to the northeast of town. Or should I say, the old mine that used to operate on the northeast side of town. Seems to me that going after an old, closed-down mine is silly. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I'm a fucking child. Dude, are you filming me? Stop. I'm a kid. I'm a child. I can't fucking get that hilarious shit out of my head, no matter what I do. Oh, fucking Christ. I want to go up there. How do I get up there? Northeast. What exactly is northeast? Oh. Is this the town? Or dungeon, or whatever the fuck. How do I get down there? I saw a sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw a sign, but I couldn't reach it. For reasons. La 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 la, motherfucker! Where the fuck is the fucking place that I'm supposed to go? It's definitely not right there. Oh, fuck you, island. Look at this piece of shit. Son of a wrinkled, rusted country fucking bumpkin. Run, bitch, run! Run to your destiny. Being trapped on this shitty island is my destiny, I think. Alright, let's drive around the island and see what we can find out. Yes, yes, this appears to be a motherfucking island. I don't see any fucking bunnies on it, so it's definitely not the Destined Island. But it could be Destiny Island from Kingdom Hearts, since that one guy had a key. I'm pretty sure that's the game that we are playing now. Oh-ho, there's another beach. Haha, how do I get over to the place that I need to go? What does this sign have to tell me? It says nothing, apparently. North, the closed mine shaft. Well, this is north. Excellent. We found you, you dirty bastard. Ah, yes. We're gonna take a little boy into a deep, dark hole. Definitely seems legal. Are you filming me right now? Yeah, we're live on the interwebs, kids. Bunny says, I heard this mine was closed off a long time ago. No shit. Tim stands there in silence. Yes, that's right. I can't feel any energy. Bunny says, how can you tell? Puka says a Zoa priest is a priest who channels the Guardian's power. They can sense the energy of the earth and the spirits. That's proof that Mog's abilities as a Zoa priest have developed. Lilka says if that's so, then something's wrong. Odessa's getting frantic, trying to secure a large energy source. Why would they be after an empty mine? Bunny says, who the fuck knows? Tim says, I wonder what Brad would notice in a situation like this. Lilka says, don't do that. There's no use talking about somebody who's fucking dead. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tim says, I'm sorry, but go fuck yourself. Bunny interrupts Tim and says, let's survey this shithole. It may take a little while, but if we keep moving forward, the route should appear. Inside your butthole. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Let's throw a box! Fuck this place! Fuck your mind, motherfucker! Jeebus Christy pants. There's bats. Nobody's been here if that's there. But somehow I suspect the enemies will already be in the mine. Just like in every JRPG, when there's a bunch of fucking insurmountable shit, there's always some asshole waiting for you at the end. But how did they get there when all the doors are already locked and closed and there's cave-ins and shit? I'm a little boy and I get to play with dynamite. Haha, fools. This place sucks. Fuck this hellhole. Who would build this walkway like that? What tragic bastard from hell would do this? Nobody, that's who. They get there from the secret back door. Yeah, they do. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a fucking bat! What does it do? Suck my face when I run through there? Oh my god! Oh, look at this shit. Of course. What the fuck do I do about this mess? Oh, cool. We can shut all the water off. Fabulos. This game isn't long enough. Let's add some dumb bullshit. Oh, it's probably like a timing puzzle. Oh my god! Oh, fuck! No! Oh, this is gonna suck. I hate it. I hate it a lot. Alright, the thing is still going. Hot pocket. Oh no! That's terrible. Let's be a filthy, cheating prostitute. Alright. Looks like it survived. There's only one more. I guess my save file was hacked, and I couldn't pick up an item that would set off a flag that would allow the place to be discoverable. So I had to download a different save file and fall in a hole. No, and then thankfully I found one that was pretty close to that location. And then I just worked my way back to it with some Game Shark codes so that I could get there quickly. You fucking bastards. Alright, cool. But yeah, it was kind of bizarre. But that's okay. That's life. And somehow I hacked this save file, and I have no fucking idea how I did it. Because I swear to God I didn't do it on this round, but... Ooh, yeah! I got an item. Can't carry any more of that shit. Fucking... what the hell? Oh, okay. Here's the right way. Is Cannon a boy, or is he... I thought she was a girl. She said something about her womanhood earlier, so I assume she was referring to her vajazzle. Cannon says, so you're here, Bunny. You are the carrier of the demon. Bunny says, Cannon, descendant of the sword mages. Tim says, please, wait a minute. We have no desire to fight you. We aren't supposed to fight. Lilka says, that's right. We're only fighting reluctantly because you attacked us. Cannon says, that's right. If I weren't burdened with destiny, I'd have no reason to fight you. But, as long as that demon lurks within you, you are my prey. I, who carry the blood of the sword mages. Okay. Bunny says, do I have no choice? Cannon says, there's no choice left but to battle. Beware. I think she, like, turned herself into a weapon because she has all these, like, cyborg skills, if I remember correctly from the last time I played it. Cannon says, the blood of the mages and the flesh of the demon are calling to each other. In other words, Squall. God damn it. Bunny and my lost self. The meaning. The battle determining male or female is the way it should be. My god, this game is an expose on gender. Die. Die, you filthy whore. Cannon says, why? Why can't I deliver? Are you saying the blood inside of me is a lie? This can't be happening. Why won't my sword kill the evil demon? Answer me, demon carrier. Okay. But yeah, that is literally what she said, like, a little bit earlier in this episode. But I'm pretty sure it's, like, you can outfit her with, like, cyborg-like stuff, so she's, like, part human, part cyborg. Cannon says, to hunt the demon and get powerful, I gave up my body. And for what? Bunny says, Cannon. Cannon says, don't touch me. I don't want your sympathy. My vajazzle is already gone. Bunny says, there's another me lurking inside as well. It's a powerful force which can't help but destroy everything. But I believe neither is good or evil. It is I who willingly uses the demon's force. I yield this power for what I believe in. Cannon says nothing. Bunny continues, I want to use this power to protect things that are important to me. I will take the evil power and turn it into my own power in order to defeat the terrorists. Bunny says, Cannon, come with us. You don't have to join us. When I can't use the power of the demon, then I want to borrow your power, which carries the blood of the sword mages. Lilka says, Squall. I mean, Bunny. Bunny says, it's something I have known myself. Every time I fight, every time I use that power, the other me inside gets bigger, darker. When I can't avoid harming what I love, I want you to cut both of us down. Cannon, you are the only one I can ask of this. That's why I want you to be by my side. Cannon says, Bunny! And trails off as a douchebag with glasses wanders into the room. Judecca says, the show's over. Let's stop right there. Bunny says, Judecca, so this was your plan. You catch on late. The preparations are done. While you were dealing with the hero nerd, I took care of things. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, it gets bigger. Just like a penis with blood in it. Oh my god. Cannon says, well, so, you're saying I planned that? Judecca says, I didn't expect it to go so well. Whenever I'm happy, my glasses slide. Bunny says, can you stand up, Cannon? Judecca says, the demon and hero are passing dreams. A bequest from the past. Living in obscurity is so very fitting. He raises his hand, and the building shakes. Oh my god. We barely escape a cave-in. Bunny says, Cannon, wake your lazy ass up. Tim says, this wound, we must treat it immediately. Oh my god. Lilka says, the town of Holst is close by. Let's go. Bunny says, Cannon isn't an enemy. Our opponent is Odessa. Let's hurry to Holst. Quit your little nonsense, little dog. Quit your little nonsense. Who's a little nonsense, doggy? Who's another nonsense, doggy? Is it Mr. Kumo? Is it Mr. Cosmo? I think so. Bunny says, why are you here? Marivelle says, no one can heal her but me. Her illness is very interesting. I mean, severe. I don't want to leave her in anyone else's care. Little jumpy doggies. Anyway, Marivelle says, your bionic implant has gotten a little loose, it seems. The Victor series bionic implants are based on living bodies, so misuse is expressly forbidden. Canon says, performing exorcism requires extraordinary power. As a descendant, I needed to get that power, even if it meant giving up my vagina. Oh my god. Bunny says, you didn't need to go that far. Canon says, shut your pie hole, bitch. If I didn't do this, I would not have become self-aware. You have no right, as someone possessed by a demon, to lay your judgment on me. Meanwhile, an explosion fucking happens. Tim says, what could that be? Bunny says, I'll take a look. I will leave her with you. Marivelle says, don't worry, just go. Two women are in there working on each other's bodies. I'm very glad that they cut away to a different scene. Lilka says, this is horrible. What happened? Bunny says, we gotta help them. What are they, fucking firefighters? Judeka says, you all certainly seem to be having a rough time of things. You don't even realize how sad you look, running around like rats. Don't hate me, though. You have defenders of justice to protect you, which gives miscreants like me a reason to exist. People of Holst, I have wronged, yes, but these are my accomplices. Oh my, Lilka says, that's not true. What are you saying? Canon says, an unconvincing protest. Judeka says, so you have finally appeared. I think your time has come. Canon says, there's something to what you say. Because of who I am, I do need enemies such as you to defeat. A hero only becomes useful in battle. Oh yeah. Let's stab this motherfucker. Apparently, her vagina was healed very quickly. Canon says, mine is the blade that punishes evil. You have a human body, but your soul is foul as that of a devil. An appropriate target for me. Ho-ho. Judeka says, well, Miss Human Concealed Weapon, show me what you got, bitch. Alright, let's fucking kill this bitch. His special attack is called Douglas. Apparently he named his shotgun. Stab! Oh my god. Apparently it's super effective. Canon says, I can't believe it. Not at a time like this. Judeka says, you don't deserve to be my opponent, bitch. Better luck next time, Gaida. I'm channeling the gay. Gotta give these weirdos different voices. Remember this, bitch. It'll start soon. You should sashay away. Ha ha ha. He teleports. What a dickhead. Marivelle says, next time, don't go flying off without heeding my advice. Bunny says, your enemy is also my enemy. We should fight together, Canon. We are comrades in arms. Canon says, more now than ever. Bunny says, well, then I'll hire you as an exorcist, or as a mercenary. Canon says, what'll be my reward? Bunny says, when I can no longer restrain my other self inside of me. You can finish me and my other self off together with your blade. How does that work for ya? Cannon says, it's a still of a Dell. Maribel says, I can't believe you two. Let's go back to the Valeria Chateau for now. We can't heal anything here very well. You little punk asses. Ugh. Anyways, Irving says, we've gained a brand new comrade. For our coming battle with Odessa, I'm sure you know that she has fought bravely against fierce opponents before. Cannon is an exorcist, a human concealed weapon, whatever the fuck that means. Let's call her a partial android, and she is now the 5th member of ARMS. Bunny says, welcome to the team, bitch. Cannon says, I'm just here to fight with you against those horrible terrorists. Bunny, I'm here also to kill you. Haha. Bunny says, I see, oh well. Guess I'll have to watch my back. Irving says, now for your next mission, losers. No time for rest. We found the supply route for the energy produced at the alchemic plant. There was an energy pipeline heading into the desert south of Courtley. Lilka says, why would they need energy in the desert? I used to live in Phoenix. People need electricity, okay, bitch? God. Irving says, there have been lots of ancient ruins found in that area, which could only mean ... Bunny says they've discovered some lost technology. Tim says, and that plant is there to supply the energy for it. I wonder what they're trying to accomplish. Irving says ARMS will investigate Odessa in the desert south of Quartzley. If the situation warrants, they are to block Odessa's plans. Oh yeah. Alright. Irving says it's hard to believe that we are called on to act together like this. Cannon says, thus is my destiny, given to me by the sword mages. Blood coursing through my veins. She's like a one-note character. Irving says, given by your blood? Aren't you taking it a little bit seriously, Aisha? Cannon says, that person no longer exists. I turned my vagina into a robot, so I am now Cannon. My canonical name is Cannon. Irving says maybe it is I who is taking it too far by shoving bombs inside of your vajazzle. I don't care. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm a robot lady. Oh. Do you want to fly the chateau? I say yes. Are they being bad again? Naughty doggies. Alright. Where the hell do we go next? I have no idea. I'm totally lost. I haven't looked at the guide in a little while. I'm like, okay, let's catch up here. Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did tell me where I'm supposed to go. Running around this town. Baby, we gotta go to Courtley. Let's just find me one of these items. Alright, it's south of Courtley, in the desert. This looks like the place where it would be, but it isn't. God damn you. Maybe it's tucked behind this little mountain. Oh, interesting. I guess Cannon has some, like, radar installed in her pussy, so the green plus signs are locations that we haven't been. Alright, this is the right place. Excellent. Her cybernetic vajayjay has come in handy. The coffin of 100 eyes. Bunny says, something's not right. Lilica says, how do you know that? Tim says they might be responding to the stillness. We traced the supply route from the alchemic plant to here, but this silence. Lilica says, you're right. Bunny says the place was abandoned. Or the energy is no longer needed. Cannon says, or it could be a trap. Bunny says either way, we should investigate. We can track down Odessa if we find some clues. Blues, clues, blues, clues, blues, clues. Alright, sure. Lilica says, Bunny says, what is it? It seems like... Gosh darn it, my little cheat sheet fell off. Oh yeah, Brad. I don't know why I can never remember his name. She thinks this seems like Brad's doing for some reason. Bunny says, yeah, because until now, we've been dependent on him. I've really got to get my act together even more than before, otherwise I can't show him my face. Lilica says, you're right. Bunny says, let's start the search. Let's start the search engine. Let's start the Google. Let's Google my goggle. This place is too quiet, but why is there this music in the background then? Oh my god! It's like we're playing an RPG or something. She doesn't have any tools yet. And I saw something that looks like I might need a hook shot, so... What do you gather the odds are that we find a hook shot in this place? Oh, I bet it's right here. Oh, they call it a wire hook, though. Alrighty. Shazam. Doom, doom, doom. Oh, son of a fucking monkey's uncle. Went the wrong way. Should have known they'd make me use the hook shot. Alright, shablamo. Oh, well, thank you very much, room. There's nothing to shoot myself to over there. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I think that's the entrance. Oh, good God. Bunnies aren't known for their sense of direction, are they? Yeah. Alright. Swear to God, I've been in every room in this place. Sneaky. Yeah, I mean, this is interconnected. It just goes back the same way. I must must have missed something. What in the flock? I don't want that room. Yeah, I think I already was in that room too. Maybe I didn't go here. Yeah, that looks kind of new, maybe? I don't know. Ho-ho! Due to the Diablo Pillar's resonance, the energy supply is up 64%. Ignition, stand by. The energy problem from the destruction of the alchemic plant is cleared. Maintain the energy supply and stabilize the Heimdall Gazo. Bunny says this information seems fragmented. What are all these things? Shazam. Open the door, and in pops a whore. Do 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 do. La da 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 da. Success. Alrighty. I'm gonna guess that something happens in this room. Something naughty. Apparently that switch only responds to knives. I always love it when games use, like, little baby tiny barriers like that. And it's like, oh, how could you ever proceed over this 1 foot tall obstacle? It's so hilarious to me. Like, they could have had it be, like, electricity, like a force field or something. But, no, we're gonna just have this, like, really, really, like, short, tiny thing be the thing that gets in your way. How dastardly. Ugh, I hate it when games make dungeons look all the same and then, like, you don't know where you're going. Did I go over here yet? Perhaps not. If I was smart, I would open the treasure chests and use those as an indication of what, places I've been or not been to. Oh. Yeah, we went in that room. I think. I don't know. How did I get on the other side of this door? No, maybe this is a new area. I don't know. This is so weird. It's so very weird. look at that hot action scene. There we go. Success. Music change means boss room. Oh no, it's the dipshit twins. L is for the L of the lizard. I is for incredible. Z is for zesty. Bunny says, who's there? I'd ask, but I already know. Why do I always get stuck with you two? Liz says, some kind of fate brings us together. Shroma says, that's Lilka. Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. Twice Sliso. Alright. Lilka says, they've made an appearance, the two with varying world views. Liz says, the young girl hurts feelings so lightly, she sees flaws so rightly. Ard says, Ard! Ard, Ard! Cannon says, who the hell are they? I can't even get mad, I feel sick. Liz says, and to say such things during our first meeting, I'm disappointed you're so displeased with my amazing knowledge. Getting stuck with an idiot will be my ruin. Cannon says, I'll kill you. Wow. Jesus Christ. Somebody needs to take their PMS medicine. Bunny says, whoa, you can't take this guy seriously. Liz says, the public opinion polls rate me highly. I have tons of good traits. This is probably the only place in Filgaia where you can hear such praise. I appreciate your support. Ard says, Ard, 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 Ard. Anyways, Liz says, I've been training, so get ready to take me on. Come, look, feel. Don't get scared now, novices. Oh my god, they danced. Yes, I love this music. Liz says, I'm feeling like playing a few new tricks. A lovely explosion. Really, we're offering a journey of sleep to a far-off land. Today's actions will become tomorrow's legend. Yeah, I need to listen to this song for a couple moments before I kill them. Alright, now they can die. Ouchie poos. Oh yeah. Liz says, you do such cruel things. I have no choice now but to bring out the mean machine. So while it's sad to have to say goodbye, that's just the way it goes. I read somewhere how scientific progress always has a victim. Anyway, here's the nasty creature our recent battle gave birth to. March, arms killer, no morals, no control, smash 'em, mash 'em. Ooh, do we get a fancy, like, yep. That's what I was thinking was gonna happen. It looks kind of like a praying mantis. Da-da-da-da-da! Arms killer. I shall call him Clamp Clamp. He must be killed. Goodbye, sir. Oh, right in the throat hole. Works every time. Hi, Mr. Kumo. Hello, little dog. Who is a fluffy baby boy? Is it you? I think it is. Alright, Liz says even the arms killer everyone loved. I guess we need to finish the Bulkaiden after all. Damn you. Bunny says, why do you keep staying with these terrorists? Liz says, it's none of your business who we ally with. Ridiculous. I'm gonna leave rather than get lectured. Let's go. Ard agrees, and they run into a wall. Lilica says, we sure wasted a lot of time on that. Cannon says, are they always this way? Tim says, seems like it. This was my second time. Bunny says, at least we got something. I find it hard to believe they'd have military power at an abandoned site. These excavation traces are sure to reveal some significance. Why did they kill the music? Oh my god, did the game freeze? Oh no, okay. I was like, what in the truck? The energy supply from the Diablo pillar supports the huge mass of the Heim. Yeah. Bunny says, the Heimdall Gazo, a new force for Odessa, and the 4 Diablo pillar generators that support it. They're definitely concerning. For now, let's go back to the chateau. We can plan our attack against the Heimdall Gazo and the Diablo pillars. You're gonna make me walk out of here? Fuck. Cannon says, whoa, what was that? Bunny says, perfect timing. I just got some saucy information. Odessa was excavating the Heimdall Gazo. The plant's energy must be for that. Kate says, no, it couldn't be that. It just couldn't. Right at your point, at your exact coordinates. Bunny interrupts her and says, stop blabbering, woman. Amy says, I took over for Kate because she had to, you know, poop or something. I detected a heat source directly above you. I get Super Fortress class mass and energy pressure. Makes the plane they had look like a joke. Bunny says, how could you miss something like that until now? Amy says, it's all my fault. Bunny says, just explain what's going on. Amy says they used wizardry stealth function to shift their phase. The Valeria Chateau's spotting equipment is no match for that kind of stuff. There's more. Bunny says, what is it? Amy says, I pinpointed the focus of the heat source's energy. Looks like it's a carrier-based heavy arm. It's big enough to smash you all to bits. Bunny says, why didn't you say that first? Anyway, Roger, we're getting out of here right now. If you die, we're coming back from hell to haunt you. Amy says, yikes. Dubois. Oh, Dubois. What a fun name. Oh my god. What the hell is that thing? Looks like a broken gear. Antonora says, it's on the radar. I'll blow it up on the monitor. Ptolemia says, wow, impressive. Vincefield says, while the Heimdall Gazo isn't done, it's the best excavation weaponry. Consider it an honor, arms, to offer yourselves up to the testing of the Soul Deleter. Judeca says, I wish I could have strangled them to death with my own hands. Kaina says, the Heimdall Gazo is loaded with a heavy arm called the Soul Deleter. One blow rivals the light of a fixed star. It'll burn everything in its path. Those scoundrels opposing Vincefield's ideals best disappear now. Antonora says, energy levels are over 75%. We've reached firing level. The aim is fixed and the errors are adjusted. We're ready any time. Vincefield says, since the counterattacks were worse than expected, we'll wait for perfection. Raise the energy level to 120%. We will restore the light. Judeca says, what shall we do? Antonora says, please wait. The energy cluster response has confirmed to be at a location 4100 distance. Vincefield says, display it on the map. Vincefield says, that's impossible. How is he alive? Didn't he die in the explosion? I like this music. It's getting me jammed up. Oh my god. It's Bradley. I've come back home, Vincefield. The scar you gave me, this geas around my neck, won't let me die yet. As long as I'm chained to this, I'm coming back as often as I can. That's right, heroes don't die as long as they have the will to fight. It is murdering time. Yeah, I called this though. I was like, he definitely used one of those doppelganger's bombs and not his own. But I have also played this before, but it's been 8 jillion years. Brad says, come on, Geus, show me your power of destruction. Don't be so hasty. Soon, both you and I will be blasted away. Be patient. Ho-ho. You stole my form just to battle me? Oh, I get it. Perfect timing. I'll make use of that. Oh my god, I'm fighting myself. Do-do-do, la-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bow. Yeah, lawnmow his bitch ass. Did I fucking miss? Classic. I'll just fist you to death then. Yeah. No lube. Fisted to death. You can take my shape, my memories, and my skills, right? So that dog collar around your neck is the same one that I have. I'm gonna borrow it for a little bit. Shablam. Brad says, let's end this grudge I have against you right here and now. This blow is my farewell to the past. It's a blow for the Slayheim Liberation Army. It's a beacon for my new battles. Take this, Vincefield. Radamanthus. He both named you. You know you in trouble, bitch. Shaplow. Brad is Chad. It makes me glad. Vincefield says, how can such a thing happen? I won't permit it. Oh, wow. Readjust the target. I'll make up for that failed death by killing you for real this time. Antonora says the generator is damaged. Refilling the soul deleter is impossible. Vincefield says, then smash the Heimdall Gazo on them. Does he think he can drag me down to hell with him? I won't let you. I won't, damn it. Kinda says, calm down, motherfucker. Vincefield says, how can you come back alive? Are you saying you're a real hero? Are you saying, are you gonna say it's a miracle caused by a hero? Kinda says he's not dead, nor is he a hero. You, Sir Vincefield, should be well aware of that. Let's retreat for now. We'll regroup and wait for victory on the Heimdall Gazo. Antonora. Antonora says, the reactor is off. The sub-generator has been started. Evacuate immediately. This music is so good. Vincefield says, neither a hero nor the dead will be able to block our way. Yes, we still have our trump card. That's right, we have the nuke. Oh yeah. Bunny says, Brad. Wilka says, Brad. It's like, I'm not gonna do another one of those. Tim says, it's not a lie? You're really back? Brad says, I came back to fulfill my duty. It seems I can't die just yet. Bunny says, I finally understand why we fought and beat the terrorists. While we were powerless and frail against such a great destructive force, through our beliefs we have evaded danger and discovered greater strength. So when one person has doubts and cracks develop in our trust, it gets broken. I want the strength to save others, so I will no longer doubt my friends. I'll trust them fully. Brad says, somewhere along the way, I don't think I fully trusted you, all who are now my friends. So without going into it, it brought some suspicion. Listen, everyone. I'm gay. And I love robot vaginas. Oh my god. Canon says, rather than speak the truth, if there's a way to win trust, it's to move with all of you, but I don't plan on having contact with you all. My goal is to exorcise the demon that possesses Bunny. Brad says, bonds formed in battle are the strongest. That's what I learned on the battlefield. Ties have already been established between us. Aha. He's talking about his between us. I think that's code for penis. Anyway, Irving says, all arms members are now present and accounted for. The enemy's aerial fortress, Heimdall Gazo, is damaged and vulnerable. We must take this opportunity to deal them a mortal blow. Irving continues, they need an energy source of massive power to keep such a thing aloft. As you discovered, the Diablo pillars are their energy generators. There are 4 of them, each of which helps maintain the fortress. In order to destroy Heimdall Gaza, we must eliminate the pillars. Wait, isn't Tim the pillar? Are they gonna kill him? Irving says, after the last encounter, Heimdall Gaza has been evading our radar. If they possess the wizardry stealth function, we won't be able to locate them. However, even with that stealth function, it has its limits. A large amount of energy must be expended to keep it in place. In other words, Bunny says, what's coming next is... your next mission is to silence the 4 Diablo pillars that make up the generator. Once Heimdall Gaza's energy source is eliminated, we'll see every nook and cranny. Then, our long battle with Odessa will come to an end. Be careful, and don't slip up. Bunny says, Irving, understood. Irving says, alright, everyone, disperse. The plan will proceed at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. You're free until then. Everybody nods in unison. And the screen fades away. Meanwhile, fapping alone in a bedroom, Bunny. After he wiped the jizz off his chest, he decided to vacate the room. He says, hey bitch, what's wrong? We were together all day. That doesn't happen often. Bunny says, yeah, I guess it has been a while since we did that. Marin says, you've been worried about me this whole time, haven't you? Bunny says, have I? I didn't really notice, 'cause I'm a homo. Marin says, well, I did. Say, Bunny. Bunny says, yes. Renoa said, fuck it. Marin says, you act like you have a big mission coming up soon. Bunny says, I do. I wasn't hiding it from you. It's just that... And then he is interrupted. Marin says, I know. I'm a burden to you. You're fighting to save everyone, but I'm just holding you back, right? I'm keeping you from focusing on your mission. Bunny says, listen here, motherfucker. I'm much stronger than before. I'm far stronger than I was even a little while ago. But I'm not talking about the strength to fight the terrorists. I'm talking about the strength to live through this mess and make it home, where I belong. In bed, jacking off. Anyways, Marin says, I just feel like you're going further and further away from me. I wish I could be strong too. Strong enough to hold out until we could be together forever. Bunny says, well then, let's be strong together. I will be strong enough to survive this until it's over. You must be strong enough to save me a place to come home to. Can you do it though? I can't become strong like you overnight. God, Bunny says, don't worry, bitch, you can do it. It's easy. Watch. Just hold your hands apart like this. And let me kick you down the stairwell. Oh my god, this is all the space I need to come home to. Just this tiny world in your arms. This small space is the most important in all Filgaia. Because that's where I hid my expensive diamond. That I will sell once I've killed you. Anyways, Marin says, you're right, it's easy, See, says Bunny, being strong is easy when you're together. No, it's not that,
And then it's easy to express my deepest feelings to the man I care for. It's a lot easier than I thought.
Bunny says, I'll be back. I promise. Marin says,
And I'll, be waiting for you and stuff. Jesus. Jesus Christ.
Tim is a boy, though. Brad ruined Bunny's moment of having 3 chicks. Tim is a boy. He's a 12-year-old little boy. Oh my god. This music is awesome. Irving says, finally, we won't have to deal with Odessa any longer. Yes, but that will hardly be the end of our struggles. As long as Filgaia exists, your battles will never end. So fight to win, and also to live and return. We're depending on you, everyone. Bunny says, it's not just us who's fighting. All these members, as well as everyone living in Filgaia, are fighting these terrorists. With everyone's help, we cannot help but be victorious. Live to return. Irving says, fighting as a team. We're really fighting together. I, too, will fight for Filgaia. With everyone. I swear to God, he's a boy. Maybe I'm wrong. What the flock is this? What is our next thing that we do? Oh man, I accidentally drove this thing again. Alright. Alrighty. Find the 4 pillars. Let's see, meow. Boss, fake Brad. That's hilarious. Let's see. Diablo Pillar Antinora. Where are they, though? Teleport to the Silverland Castle. Take the hovercraft upriver toward the green dot. What green dot? Let's see, meow. Disembark at the forest. Okay, this looks like a forest. Shazam. Oh, and Antinora. I wonder if they meant to call it an antenna and spelled it wrong. Why Antinora? Wouldn't shock me. This game has a lot of really bad grammar issues and spelling problems. Oh no. My eyeballs hurt now. Alright, time to close my eyes. Sweet Satan. What is this mess? Is this some kind of sexy puzzle? Alright, let's try this again. Haha, puzzle. Daddy wins. Antonora says, I'm gonna test your memory. Fuck you. I'll never remember this shit. Oh my god, I hate it. Oh no. Well, we're gonna end the episode here since I accidentally reloaded a save file from a really long time ago. I'll be back when I get back to where I was. Anyway, thank you for watching. We will see you next time.